All right, we going? You ready?
Let's go.
Roll,
All right,
baby.
we're live right now from Honey Break Lodge in Jonesville, Louisiana.
Jonesville, Louisiana.
Big Mike got a little like voice waver right there. Are you nervous? What was that? What was that voice? Dude, this guy's freezing up. Oh no, he's freezing up. Say
I'm
something,
not
Big
frozen.
Mike. Get your feet wet right now.
They're wet. They're wet.
This is like at the beginning of a basketball game when they'd say LeBron would like get his teammates involved. Like, we got to get you some shots right now. Say some
I'm
shit.
taking,
Oh my!
Oh,
We got Beluga Hussein in the building right
I'm taking
now.
shots, man.
They get another. Say something, dude. Tell us a story real quick off the jump. This is Big Mike. It's his first podcast. I'm pretty sure.
First podcast.
Oh my God, he's falling apart right now. This guy
Did
legitimately talks all day, every day. The loudest guy.
I told you this is not my thing, dude.
did
You're
you
gonna
shoot
get into
some
it.
birds today?
I
Well,
did
hold
shoot-
on. We got also.
Actually, I shot one bird today.
He did shoot one bird. We'll get into that, but we also have Mark as well. You want to introduce yourself because you're a pretty big deal in this whole thing,
I'm Mark. I'm the founder of Ball and Buck.
which we are all proudly sporting
We're
right
decked
now,
out.
head to toe.
We're field testing.
And well, I don't know if I can show this. Will it be a
Well,
Not
tease?
yet.
depends on when it's going to come out. You could just
Probably
kinda
tomorrow.
Oh, well, you
Is that
can't
too
show
soon?
it.
We
Can't
can't
show
show
it.
But
it.
you could talk about it.
You
man.
guys wish you could see my feet right now. Big Mike tries to see my feet all the time. He asks me for
I'm
pictures. I
getting
don't know what that's
distracted
about.
just seeing them out of my periphery.
How
right here.
bad do these viewers want to see? But you can't. How bad you wish you could have X-ray vision to this table?
Next episode.
It's coming soon, though.
Oh, yeah.
Very soon. So, anyways, we're live from Honey Break Lodge right now. One of the most beautiful locations you could do a podcast in. We're like in it right now. This is a nice little set. Big Mike just built this. He's hunted everything on these walls. He shot himself. And that gator he caught with his bare hands.
Nope.
He's been building this set all day is what he's been
He really has. So we appreciate
We
that,
should
Big
bring
Mike.
that gator right over here. And
Yeah, we
prop
should have had him on the table. You, Big Mike, you want to grab that gator?
Yo,
Don't break
Grab
it.
that puppy.
Don't break it. This is. Oh, it's light. It's a lot lighter than I thought it was gonna be.
it just split. That's a big boy.
Oh man,
That's a
dude, we
big
should have started
boy.
like that.
Wow.
Look
That's how
at
you
that.
know we're in the bayou right
Oh
there.
yeah. So we're in the bayou. We just had little jambalaya, little gator jambalaya.
Little jumba.
We learned some new words this week that I can't really say. But anyways, people are gonna say, "What are you guys doing here?" This is our last day. It's sad.
It is.
This is the
It
saddest
went
part of the
fast.
trip.
But
So-
we were busy.
Very busy. I swear to God, I got here and blinked, and it's today. So we've been hunting ducks. We've been hunting doves. A little gator.
Little gator.
What else did we get? Some people went after some hogs last
Some
night.
plays.
Clays. Well, you guys were hunting clays.
Just honing the knife.
I put in one of the worst clay performances of all time.
You did.
I'm
You
just
were
gonna get
breaking
out
some
in front
stuff.
of it.
You did.
You were breaking stuff.
Some stuff. I like how he phrased that. That was a very favorable way to put my effort. It was not great, and we had you guys
You were
are both
breaking
very good, and also your friend.
John.
He is
shooter.
unbelievable.
Clay shooter supply.
What is his like specifications?
He's a nationals competitor. He won. He just came from a competition and won it.
And believe it or not, he was very good at
3
shooting
days
clays.
ago. Yeah, exactly.
Big Mike was also doing it. Adam was very good. Adam's
he's
like
a clinic guy.
Adam's off the grid. I don't know if we can acknowledge him. Can we even talk about him on this podcast? He likes
We
being
can talk about him.
He likes being
He
secret.
doesn't really exist, but
Yeah. So anyways, if you're wondering like what's going on, we've been filming stuff. We filmed some really cool stuff with our guy O'Malley's been shooting the hell out of this. We got Ed walking around. Who knows who might pop into this podcast really quick, but Ed is a man of many talents around here. He's going after gators. He's got the thermal for the hogs. He had a lot of stuff going on. And we had a lot of the whole crew here was pretty wild the last couple days.
I'd say so.
Probably 12 people.
Yeah, we probably
Yeah, 12
shot
people.
collectively what, a few thousand rounds.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Big
Easy.
Mike shot that at Dove's yesterday and he hit 5 of them. I'll say
It was
this.
my off day.
I'll say this.
Oh,
I think the most fun I had was just sitting with Big Mike hunting doves and shit. Me and him
Same.
just sit there in a field. I don't even remember what we talk about.
In the
but
sun.
we
No, it was
just
good. It was good for sure.
we just sit there for hours and just shoot the shit literally, and then also sometimes we shoot birds.
We
But
shot
that's-
quite a few birds.
But that's not even the point of it. You know what I mean? This morning we shot one bird in a lot of hours, and we had so much fun.
Yeah, definitely the best part about shooting birds is hanging out with your boys. and-
all hunting, I think. I mean, it's all about
Yeah.
lead up to the shot. It's not the shot.
It's
everything
very
that leads
different
up to
than
the shot.
like deer hunting where you're alone and isolated, like sitting there
Community, yeah.
quietly.
Correct.
We were sitting there talking shit for a while. Big Mike fell out of
calling
the
them
blind.
in, whistling them in, right?
I
Sometimes.
did eat it this morning.
He ate it hard,
Did you?
almost above his waders.
Again?
He's-
Did you fall
again.
another day?
Yeah, dude.
2 days in a row.
Listen, I'm a
Just-
heavy dude.
He's got big
And
legs.
my
Big tree
feet
fall
keep
hard.
coming. Boots get stuck, my feet come out, and that's all she wrote.
He sank in pretty good too. Like I
Saved-
have.
I
I
Did
have
you need to help him out? I mean,
oh,
was it
we
one of
didn't help
those?
him. We waited to see how
I
long it
said,
took.
no, I
him.
don't want any help.
Did you get a film of him going?
Oh
down?
yeah,
Okay.
I was just filming him.
The
I
slow
think
mo.
I have 2 minutes of GoPro of just him trying to get out of the mud like
I did
this.
save my coffee, though.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Like kind of up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just stuck in, and then we all just laughed at him and filmed him until he got out. And then Cole
Can't
came.
wait to see that.
Then Cole came over and was
That'll
like,
be the
"What did he
lead.
say?" He's like, "I need you to go back in the blind and get something else." Dude, I swear to God, the funniest thing too, we got a lot of the Bayou boys around here. Braxton, we got all. I guess he's more Georgia, but
He
some
is
of the
Georgia.
shit that we've
He's
been
adopting
hearing,
the dialect for
he
sure.
has. I'll tell you this. My favorite part of this whole week might have been learning what a bike is. This is my favorite thing. We get in there. I don't know if it was Ed. I don't know who said it first. They're like, "Oh, we'll bring you around there in the bike." I'm like, dude, how are all 5 of us gonna fit on a damn bike? And I'm also like, I don't know how we're gonna drive a bike through this mud. That's just what they call the Rangers down here.
Four
What the-
wheels.
Yeah, 4 wheels.
That's
It's like a
old school.
Polaris, and they call them the bike. That was confusing.
It was.
It took us a minute to understand what
It's
was going
taken
on.
me a minute to process that.
But I think I'm a bike guy now. That's what I'm gonna call my car a bike.
anything.
I'm taking.
anything that moves you
I'm
from
flying
A
a
to B.
bike home to
That's
Florida
right.
today. I got a bike ride to Atlanta, and
It
then
has
taking
wheels.
the bike
it
down.
has wheels.
It
moves.
does.
That's basically a bike, right?
That was confusing. What else they say, Big Mike? They told us the other day. They flying now, boy. That's what we've been saying all
They're
week.
flying now.
They flying now. Oh, this was the best. Braxton tells us the first day. He's like, about 4 o'clock, they gonna start flying. We're sitting there, me and Big Mike. Dude, we haven't seen a damn. We're like, bro, we haven't seen shit. 3:59, a million doves start flying around
Yep.
the thing, and we clapped them at 4 o'clock.
That's sick.
That's
That's
crazy.
when y'all got to that corner.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, we were sitting in the corner from about 2:45.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah.
Oh, we were sitting
And
there.
they really weren't flying much. And right at, like you said, right at 4 o'clock.
Just
He said, yeah, they're gonna start
Clockwork.
flying about 4 o'clock. We sat there, and sure enough, 3:59.
shit.
Swear to God,
Yeah.
that was funny, dude. I think some of the funniest shit this week, like, we've all had a few problems with the bathroom as well. We've been battling.
Battling.
Me and my boy Bailey didn't go to the bathroom for the first 2 days we were here. What'd you call it? Travel stoppage or something? Travel lockup?
I didn't call
Maybe
it.
it was
anything.
Adam.
I think it was
Louisiana
Adam.
lockup.
Dude, it was. And then when it rained, it poured.
Oof.
And then Big Mike last night was battling too.
Battling.
I think one of the
Challenger
hardest
liftoff,
parts.
wasn't it? Just
Oh.
in the,
Well, it's
Also
lot-
had a pounding headache.
Yeah. But Big Mike, we weren't drinking nothing.
Nope.
I don't know. Some people were drinking. I wasn't. See, the thing to me, dude, is like I already have enough trouble hitting them on my own. I don't want to be seeing 3D. Like you guys probably can see 3D and
I'm
still
gonna
hit
make
'em.
it harder.
Yeah. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. So how many we got? We were shooting teals. If people want to know, we're shooting teal, green wings, blue
Blue and
wings.
green wing teal.
Yeah.
Mostly bluing, but some green wing.
So this is
Fast,
early in the
season.
year. Yeah.
That's why we're doing waterfowl now, because it's all you can hunt
Okay.
until usually October 1st, but it just depends on
And
the
then
zone.
that's big duck season, as they call
Then
it.
it's all
Yep.
duck season. You can shoot teal, you can shoot
Oh.
goose, you can shoot anything. Yeah,
So the teal's open then too.
teal
Yes,
is
sir.
open year.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but they migrate earlier, which
Well,
is
yeah.
why the season starts.
Which
And
is
that's probably why we had a little bit of a rough morning this morning.
It could have been.
They're gone.
You think they already went past?
They're moving.
That's interesting. I
Yeah.
would have thought that. I don't know. The other thing I'll say too, they're fast ducks. Teal
Yeah.
are. When they
Fast
came by
and
that first day, they were humming.
Confusing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's
were
crazy
humming.
to be able to hear them fly over your head.
That noise was crazy. That was
like a
actually
jet
one of the
engine.
funniest things too. So the first day, I'm sitting by Big Mike, and Adam and Perry are on the other side. Braxton's sitting in the middle, and this is my first duck hunt, so I didn't really know what to expect. And they come buzzing around, like humming. And I didn't know too. They make a couple passes. Like you don't know how many times they're gonna come before they
don't.
try to sit down. So they come around, and I'm like videoing it. Like I'm like, I don't know. I think it's cool, and I'm trying to get content and things. So I'm sitting with Big Mike. He's like, get ready. Also, they're sitting dead still, so I don't know when it's not like we're like walking up to go shoot them. And we're sitting there, and I got the video going. It's one of the funniest videos.
Best video I've ever seen.
Big Mike was about crying when they're making fun of me, but I'm sitting there videoing about 30 something ducks,
Yep.
which someone else might say, why, if you can see 30 ducks that close, you probably shouldn't be videoing. You should probably pick the steel up. So I'm sitting there. I didn't know it was going to happen that fast. And Braxton's going, watch them, boys, watch them, boys. Next thing you know, dude, I literally hear, kill him. I'm like, what? I'm still videoing. All of a sudden, there's 100 shots going off. I got my cell phone and my guns on the ground. So the funniest thing about this video is you hear, pop, 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 pop. We probably had seven or eight shots and 7 ducks.
7 shots, 7
And
ducks.
I think,
Nice.
And
I
about
think we
5
timed
seconds
out.
later.
Yeah, we timed out about 5 seconds later on the video. You hear, pop. Dude, I just, dude, I didn't want to be left out. I don't know.
Did the camera go down? When
Oh, yeah, I
when
dropped
the action,
it.
Okay.
But I mean, it's 5 seconds later. I had to pick the gun up, take the safety off, aim it, and shoot it. I mean, the ducks had to be 100 yards away at that point.
But you
And
got
I did-
in. You got in on that fight.
I got in on it because, and then they were
That's fair.
roasting Perry because Perry didn't shoot at anything.
Yeah, Perry didn't see any of the 30.
He didn't see him.
Oh, he didn't.
Somehow, yeah.
At least I
You
saw
had
them.
the video. Did you show him the video? Did you see?
Oh,
what
he
you
saw
just-
him.
I think he
After,
was
yeah.
looking up and not
They were
out
like
in front
right
of him.
in front of us. Like right in 30 ducks, like right here.
It's something when that many ducks come in.
And you know what? I didn't realize how cool, like today, we didn't see that many the whole time.
No, we didn't.
Sometimes
We
it's
saw
like
2 that we could have
sparse.
shot at.
Yeah, you're shooting like solos or something.
Did you get 2?
We got 1. Why? What's going on?
Adam's over here. He wants to come over here.
Dude, tell him to come on. Tell him we'll make his voice like those cartel guys where they like make it really low.
Yes.
And black out his face.
Yeah, like
blur-
a blacked
we
out
can
face.
blur him
I don't know
black.
why. Tell him to come on here, dude.
He's got
I
a face for TV.
He does. But the thing I'd say too is like one thing you don't realize too is like, at least for me, you guys are better shots. I'm trying to keep it between like 10 and 2. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be going
We
across.
appreciate that.
Well, I'm
That is
sure you
true.
do. As Big Mike told me, he goes, I'm not going to shoot you. That's what you said many times, which is one of those promises that's only good until it's not.
Until you get shot.
Until you get shot. I don't want to say the peppering thing. I learned what peppering is. Sometimes if you're way across a field, some people get drizzled on if it's from a far away. I didn't know what
it
that
can
was.
touch you too. I got peppered in the dove field because that's where shot size comes in. So it's when you're shooting dove, usually you shoot 7.5
Right.
is the smallest,
Which is good for that.
which is very good because if you shoot 6s or 4s, when I was in the field, someone threw a round of 4s and shot and it hit and cut into my face from across the field.
Which Big Mike
Carries.
was, he was telling me he's pretty laissez-faire with the, I'm not saying we were doing it. I'm just saying his reaction to me being worried about it was very
happens,
laissez-faire.
man.
He was more thought it was, he wanted me to get peppered.
He wanted you to get a little raining lead.
100%.
Wanted to know what it was about.
I'm making it better
It's like
than
a rite
it was.
of passage-ish, but not really.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say on the podcast. I'll just say straight up, we can edit out. Big Mike wanted me to get peppered pretty bad. He was rooting for it. He was very pro peppering.
You were sending texts? You were
It's like
texting us, shoot towards
10
us?
yards to the right.
Big Mike was trying to like
Mortar
almost.
fire.
He was trying to bait me into kind of getting into a pepper thing. I'm like, dude, I don't want to get hit. I told him straight up. I said, I don't want to get shot.
There's been a lot of peppering in this spot
Well, we're
with the pepper.
yeah. Oh yeah, we got these. Honey Break has these crazy peppering machines. They're like a
there- More
lightsaber.
peppers been
Fancy.
ground here
Oh yeah.
this weekend than I think I've seen people put pepper on their food in the past.
Well,
6 months.
I've never
You just
put
wanna
pepper
use
on
it.
my
It's
food.
It's just
I saw someone doing it and I just did it. Straight up, I've never put
I'm
pepper on
with
my
you.
food.
Well, no,
I'm totally with you.
I like pepper.
it's not often.
I've never seen it. It's like a lightsaber and it shoots pepper out. It lights up on the bottom so you can
It
see your
does.
food too. This is some
Fancy.
crazy. I've never
Yeah,
seen it
yeah.
before. Honey Break's first class, dude. I gotta tell you this. The food
Oh,
here.
there's not a better.
You could come here and just eat and sit out by the lake all day. You
There's
don't
a
even got to
pontoon
hunt.
boat down there.
You could literally
Think about
come
it,
on
we could just go
vacation
out
here
and
if
just-
you don't like hunting. It's so nice. Like every
Yeah.
meal. Actually, how I got in trouble, we were talking about going to the bathroom. Really what happened was I just kept eating. I had breakfast was incredible. There's like this full gigantic spread hot breakfast at 4:30 a.m. Then next thing you know, we come back. They got a million cookies, like every kind of the best cookies you could have.
Yeah.
Too
And
many
they're
cookies.
always there.
It's just revolving.
They almost need to like limit your like the guests because they
need to
tempt
put
you
a-
into it.
They
Yeah,
do.
but I don't hold back here.
Oh, we know, Big Mike. You didn't hold back at all. But I'm telling you, I felt victimized because I was like, dude, You know I can't not eat these cookies,
Yeah,
and
you
they're
feel
always
bad.
there, and
And
they're hot,
it's always full.
and it's full, and it's
look
in this
left, you
little
look
glass
back.
case that like I'll get a picture of it and put it on here.
Yeah, it's staring at you.
The problem with it looks like it's like a store or like a restaurant, but it's free. You just sit there and eat cookies all day,
It is.
and then when you eat them, they bring out more hot
Yeah,
cookies.
cookies, brownies, all the flavors.
I'm gonna sue them for like when I get diabetes. I'm suing Honey Break because I ate 100 cookies.
Yeah.
They're so good, and it's like, then we have lunch, which was this giant chicken with like a million things on it,
I
like
forget what it was called.
some Cajun
was-
chicken.
Yeah, Cajun chicken, rice.
Jambalaya-ish. But not. It wasn't, was it?
And then there's a million vegetables. There's a million beans, which Big Mike was pounding beans as well, which was everyone had to feel that later. And next thing you know, dude, I was like,
That was the thunder.
I was feeling sick before I ate so much. Then I had more cookies. Then before dinner, they had jalapeno poppers. Probably about 1 million of them.
That was the fuse.
That was the fuse.
So
Wrapped in
everything
bacon.
before
Yeah,
was
I had
dynamite,
like
and that was
at least
that
12
was
jalapeno.
Oh, me and Big Mike, we were like playing
Before dinner.
basketball.
Yeah.
We were like boxing people out. Not
Yeah,
really
they just
me.
kept bringing them.
Big Mike's the big body, and I was kind of letting him. He's like an O lineman blocking,
Yeah.
and then I was like the little running
The
back
runner,
eating
yeah.
the jalapeno poppers, and that's where we
then
started
what
He
to
was
we
get in
have?
hiking
trouble.
them to you, kind of.
Oh, then we had
Steak,
Filet.
filet wrapped in
Yes.
bacon.
yep,
Bacon.
and shrimp. I ate
And-
Mark shrimp
You did.
as well.
Yeah, you did. And then there was rice. There
Big
was all
shrimp.
sorts
Oh,
of stuff,
maybe that's
And then
what it
key
was.
lime.
and then they had key lime pie. And at that point, I was hurting
Oh, so was I. Went to bed right after that.
Oh yeah. Well, I was like getting drugged, dude. It was bad. And then at that point, I think I had a few more cookies because when you're already that fat, you're like, it can't get any worse. Like that's the time to eat.
Agreed.
Because if you're on
Yeah,
a
the
diet,
relative lift is low.
It's low.
You're already over the line.
you're at 98%, 99 versus 98. It's not like you're on a diet and you ate cookies.
That's right.
That's the
You
time
aren't
to eat
breaking
cookies.
any rules. You're just incrementally adding.
And
the
you know what
fun.
else? It's like if you spent like $1,000 shopping and you're like, dude, get a pack of gum. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
Well,
the
this
cookies.
time, for me, this time was way better. They try to go out and hog hunt until like 1:30 in the morning, and then get up at
4:40.
4:30. That'll kill you.
Oh, it'll
So getting a good night's sleep was
huge.
key
Lot of
this
Z's.
time. Yeah.
But I don't know if I got a good night's sleep because I was sleeping, but I was churning.
Oh, I got a good night's sleep. Except
And you
for
guys
last
want to
night.
know a confession? I ate those crackers in the room too. That's how fat I was.
Oh,
I
when
was
you got after all the cookies.
after the
then-
cookies. I
I
went
didn't
back.
see any crackers in my room.
Oh, I saw.
That
Oh,
was the
they took them
VIP
out of
room.
your room.
Dude, yeah.
Or
No.
that, or Perry ate them
Or
before
Perry
I got
ate 'em.
there.
Or you ate them and forgot. But I'm gonna tell you this: I went back and I ate more crackers to almost like balance out all the other stuff.
There was like a digestive cracker, wasn't
Yes.
there? Yeah.
The Belvitas.
Did you have that?
I dummied everything. Dude, I don't know what got
Like,
into me.
shit,
It was like an
maybe I should
addict.
have this.
Okay, so anyways, one thing I was gonna say too, it's early wake up times here at Honey Break. Speaking of that, Big Mike.
The old knot.
Oh yeah. So the first day, I didn't know what the kind of like what's it called? Culture
Protocol
was. Yeah,
procedures.
protocol. So they said 5:15 breakfast and 5:45 we leave, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm sitting there. I wake up at like 4:30. I'm like kind of still a little groggy. The first day, you're always I feel
Every
used
day.
to it.
You do?
Oh yeah, more. I felt
Wow.
great this morning. The first day, I was like kind of not nervous, but you don't know what to expect. And I'm sitting in bed and I'm up, and I hear someone come through and bang on my door, and I thought it was like you or Adam, like mad at me. I'm like, dude, it's not even. breakfast yet.
We're on the bike, ready to go.
Yeah, I thought I was like in trouble. I'm like, dude, and because they bang to wake you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm up. Like I was like, why is everyone mad at me? And then I realized they're doing it. I didn't know the next day they do it to every door
Yeah.
because you don't want to sleep through your hunt.
Correct,
Which
and
we've
it
heard.
happens.
We've heard that happens quite a bit.
Oof, that would be disappointing.
Yeah, we've heard that is a thing that happens here at Honey Break, for sure. But not to us. We were up and at 'em.
I would never come here and miss a hunt.
No, dude. So, anyways, we get out to the blind. We had 30 ducks fly by. I was videoing, and then they're all carving me up. So I was like, all right, now I got to be on it. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
I kind of got that. Once I saw you guys drop them too, you get that itch. Like I was like, all right, now it's time. So then, how long until probably 20 minutes? The next ones came by.
Did you do it?
And I finally, so Big Mike's actually good about this. You let me shoot, like he's better than me, but you let me clap him.
You were cleaning
For sure.
up. You were doing cleanup.
I mean, I've done
No,
it.
he goes first sometimes, and then, but when I'm on it, you let me shoot.
I've done it a lot of times. So
I appreciate it. So then my first one, dude, I saw him. He's like, and I had him lined up. I missed once, and then I bang got him,
him?
and he dropped. And it's
Nice.
like it's a crazy feeling when you actually see it. Like you see the one you're shooting and you drop them. It's
Watch
like
it fall.
it's a pretty crazy thing. You know, like you're like
Nothing
your first
better.
time, you're like, oh man, like I got him. You know, it's one thing to
Yeah,
shoot clays and
no
shoot
doubt.
whatever, but target practice is pretty crazy to see because they're flying fast, dude.
Super teal are super fast.
Yeah.
55 miles an hour. I mean,
I
they're
don't know,
super fast.
Yeah. And then we had the dog, old Goose.
Silver goose.
Yeah, Silver Goose. I gotta say it. I don't know if he had a piece on him, bro. We were sitting there. This guy Goose, man. This guy was, I don't know. He might have been a horse or
Half
something.
horse.
He was half horse. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, Goose also had a little flatulence problems. We're sitting there trying to be quiet. Goose is letting him rip, dude. I don't want to make a big deal,
Fresh.
but a lot of the people walking around the set right now the chatter's been Big Mike looks really good in these cameras. That's just
That's
what
true. Where's that little tent card that we had earlier?
I don't know. Everyone's been kind of
Where's
like
Perry? He has the tent
Yeah,
card.
Perry has it.
He keeps it with him.
He's using.
does keep
he's
it with
using it. He's
I
in
don't
his
know why
room
he
right
has
now.
that, to
He
be
really
honest.
loves that.
He's in the bathroom.
I
Right
did
now
see he
with it.
took the lotion from my room. That's so crazy. Wonder what he's doing. That's weird. Anyways, I gotta say
And he
this
doesn't
too.
know front side, back side, front side.
While we're on the topic, I was posting Big Mike on Instagram. I got girls sliding in talking about Big Mike. I don't know what it is. Beluga Hussein's popular on the gram.
He's got the strut. I mean,
He's got the strut. I'll tell you that. For people that don't know, you know what? I said it on one podcast, but I don't think you saw it. Because I said there's rumors that we have a high fashion model wearing ball and buck. That's how I knew you didn't watch it, which I don't care. But I'm just saying, I was like, I knew Big Mike didn't watch that podcast because I said that in it, and then he didn't say anything. I thought he was going to be mad. It was after me and you talked, and you told me. But
Oh, that's how you knew about that?
yeah.
I figured that would be the first thing he'd hear.
So
I don't
for
know.
people that
First thing
don't
I
know,
heard-
I don't walk around talking
It was the
about
first thing all I got was the video of you on the walk. That
I've
was
never
it.
seen the
This is
video.
the guy.
Video's gone.
Oh, he
the video's
pulled it
gone.
off.
I don't know
Why?
how.
He
I
reported
don't know.
it. He
Let's just
reported
say,
it.
so if anyone doesn't know what's going on, Big Mike was quite literally a high fashion
Paris,
Louis Vuitton
Milan.
in Paris, which is the
New
peak
York.
of models, right?
London.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure like it goes what's second, like New York, LA,
No, Paris. Probably Paris, Milan.
Milan, and then on
London,
to America.
Well, I think they're all
maybe
the same.
New York.
So this guy was at the peak, dude. Like Paris.
He was.
Fashion model for what? Gucci, Louis Vuitton,
Louis Vuitton,
Ralph.
Gucci, Ralph Lauren,
All
I think
of
it's
them.
Ralph Lauren, isn't it?
Ralph Lauren.
If you're gonna be the Paris runway model, you can't say Ralph Lauren.
It's about 18 years ago.
Can you? I don't even know if we've never talked about it. This
If
in
you
depth.
Google his name,
Oh, you can see it. We'll put it on here. But can you tell us how that happened? I've never even asked you. They're just like,
Okay.
this guy's so good looking.
No, I was actually going to see the movie Troy at the Galleria Mall in St. Louis. And
he gets scouted.
Shout out to the Galleria, aka
Shout-
the Gonorrhea. One, not the
this was all,
nicest
like I
place.
said, 20 years ago.
It was
So
nicer back then.
It was different.
It was different. Yeah.
It was the place to be.
So you're walking around the Galleria.
Going to see the movie. This lady walks up to me with her husband, and I stepped back because I thought for sure she was going to talk to the girl that I was with. I had no idea what she wanted. And she said, are you a model? And I laughed and said, absolutely not. And she said, do you want to be? And I said, absolutely not. I thought for sure that we're in St. Louis. I know nothing about it. I thought she wanted me to pay her to make a portfolio or something. And then
I thought you were going to say threesome.
That's what I thought.
That's
No.
what I was thinking.
Did
No.
this ever go there? Because she obviously thought you're good looking.
it never went there.
Did you get the job?
So literally, I went home. I didn't think about it. I gave her my number, her and him. They're a married couple. This is what they do for a living. And she
Gave them their number. I went to their house later on, had some drinks, and
literally went home,
They
told
had
my
And then I
mom
woke
about
up with
it.
a job.
then I was in Paris.
Basically.
So what happened? She called you?
So she called, and like I said, I was I was 18, and she said, would you be more comfortable if your mom came? I don't want it to be weird.
Force them.
I was
Yeah.
just and one.
That's crazy.
So
dude.
I went and met him at the Chase.
Yeah,
And
fancy.
literally a week later, I flew to New York. And this lady's like, put this suit on, put these shoes on, walk back and forth. And literally the whole time I'm thinking, what am I doing? What am I
Do
doing?
we get to see the walk?
No. Anyway, literally a week after that, I flew to Paris and did the Louis Vuitton show.
A week after that?
Week after that. That was like this summer after my junior year of high school. So like I'd like fly to Paris and then literally go back to high school the next week.
Be in geometry.
Yep. Or like sometimes I'd get like a text at like 9 o'clock in the morning saying, your flight for Europe leaves tonight at 5 o'clock. Don't miss it. Like 9 o'clock in the morning. Just walk out of class.
So were you getting paid for this?
Yeah.
Was it? I mean, you're in high school. That's got to be good dough when you're in high school.
It was good money, but it was like, I wasn't doing it all the time. So it was, I'd work for a little bit, and then I'd be home for 2 months. You know what I mean?
Who is this lady too? Like it sounds like it's like a famous lady or something.
She's pretty famous. Mary and Jeff Clark.
I mean, I'm not a
They've
model, so
they've been in St. Louis for a long time. They have been doing this, finding people for, I don't know, probably 25 years. Discovering people.
Talent.
She must not be that good because she's never called me.
They
and I grew up there. I mean, I'm clearly should be in Paris. I don't know what she's sleeping.
They missed you, dude.
They must have missed me,
They
dude.
missed you.
I don't go to the Galleria that much, though. That could be
You're
what
gonna
it
watch
is.
Troy every night now going
I'm gonna
forward,
just
though, aren't you?
walk around there until they come. So tell me this. Literally, you just randomly one day are walking in the mall, and a week later you're in Paris. Like, what are you thinking at this time? You had to have been like, this is kind of cool, though, no?
Oh, it was great. It was unbelievable. I mean, but that's the other thing. I mean, I haven't been back to Paris in 15 years.
How's your ego to be that good looking that someone literally runs up to you in a mall and makes you fly to Paris? I'm surprised that you're even like fit through this door.
Like I said, I don't ever bring it up.
I'm just saying.
I'm just wondering, so the ratio of male to female on the modeling circuit. I mean, it's got to be
I don't
heavily
know.
female, right? I mean,
Had to be.
Or not, maybe not.
More.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, 99 out of 100 of the male models that I knew had this, like, basically the same story that I did.
Really?
Yeah. Not like they're just normal dudes. None of them, like, grew up thinking to themselves, like, I want to be a model or this or that, you know.
That's
Do
what
you
I'd say.
talk
if
to
I
them
was-
still, or is it?
No, I talked to a guy named Carson for a long time. His first show was actually the Louis Vuitton show that I did as well.
I can't believe that's a real sentence. Like the Louis Vuitton show I did. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Did they give you any clothes?
Oh, I used to ask for clothes all the time.
And they'd send them?
Oh, I just take stuff home. I take like shoes, and
prototype stuff,
bags, like velvet coats. And my thing was, the worst they could say is no, and I'd be like, all right, cool.
And you're like, I'm not modeling for you ever again because I'm Big Mike and
exactly.
I'm the best.
Call the agent.
But I was
There
also
it
like
is.
maybe like 120 pounds smaller than I am now. They didn't call me Big Mike back
They
then.
didn't call him Beluga Hussein back then.
That's right.
Dude, so tell me this. What was those backstage? Like, is there parties going on with these other models and stuff? Like, what's that? I feel like the Paris model scene's got to be a pretty
Yeah, there was always a
It's gotta
party.
be a
exciting place
scene
to
for
hang
sure.
out.
There was always a party afterwards.
I mean, do you know any of those girls from back then? Like, was there any
No.
famous, like,
No.
There must have been.
had to been.
Like I said, man, I was a senior in high school. I did a little
That's
bit after that,
crazy.
but like, I mean, I was a kid basically, you know.
Did the girls back in St. Louis, back home in Rock Hill, they had to be like swooning over you?
Oh, I don't know, man. I
Like,
don't
dude,
think
if
so.
I was in high school and
I
some
had a
kid's going
girlfriend
to
at the
walk
time.
in Louis Vuitton and I was
You
some
bring-
girl, I'd
yeah.
be like,
Actually, I did have a girlfriend at the time.
what was
She
think?
flew over one time.
And that was the end of the relationship?
No. My mom and dad went with me a couple of times. My dad was sick at the time. He got to fly over, and
Talk about bringing sand to the beach, dude. You brought your girlfriend to Paris Fashion Week?
yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you, dude? Your high school
She wanted to
girlfriend.
see it.
Yeah,
She
she
was
wa-
like, no, you're not. No, okay.
She's
Yeah,
had
yeah.
binoculars on
Yeah.
him the whole time. That's a dumb move,
That's
dude.
pre-smartphone.
Oh,
days.
that's all right, man.
It's one thing if you're married to her. If you're in high school, dude, that girl's probably going to be there max 3 months in your life. And you're pissing away. That could have been, what's like a
They
famous...
got married.
No, that's not her.
No, we didn't.
A different one. What does your wife now think of that? She's married to a Paris runway model.
She has
We
the
knew it-
full
actually,
life-size
funny-
printout on the back of the dress.
We
Just get
were
that thing from Perry.
we were friends back then. My wife.
So she knows.
Oh yeah.
She knew.
Yeah.
What does LBM
She
think
actually
about it?
found, like, she was like one of the first people one time to like, I was in a magazine. I can't remember which magazine it was, but like she went and bought it and brought it to me. My wife did.
Sweet.
It's when you're big time. You don't even know which magazines you're in.
You don't.
I got to tell you,
I
man.
think my kids, I mean, my daughter thinks it's funny. I mean, I don't think they really think.
What
Are
does
they
Little
going to
Big
try
Mike
to do
think?
it?
No. Little Big Mike, I don't know. I don't think. I mean, I think he thinks it's kind of weird, honestly.
Really?
I don't
Probably
know.
makes fun of you. Dude, so
He actually does make fun of me.
Little Big Mike is his son, who we were FaceTiming from the blinds a bunch of times. This guy, I'm almost afraid of him. He knows all this lingo. We were trying to decipher all the things he's saying because we were trying to help Big Mike understand what his son was saying. He was saying no cap. He was saying, what else did he say? Riz,
Bussin'.
Oh.
I mean,
There's some new lingo going around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he calls him today.
I told him to speak English.
What did you say
I know,
yesterday?
between
You sent
the
him
bayou talk and the
Oh yeah,
new
between the
lingo.
bayou and the Little Big Mike talk, we're getting circles ran around
Yeah.
us. What did he say yesterday? You sent him something, and he goes, "Interesting."
Fascinating.
Yeah, what was it?
I sent. Oh, they were the jumping carp out of the back.
Yeah.
Behind the boat.
That was
And
actually
He
sweet.
said, "Why are? What was that?" And I said, "It's a jumping carp, and they don't like the motor. Or they're attracted to the motor." And his response was, "Huh, fascinating."
I feel like those kids, like they don't give a shit. You could tell them you drove a spaceship off Honey Break, he'd be like, "Cool." Like they don't. Kids these days are so
Unfazed.
They don't. Yeah, nothing
all the
phases them.
social.
He probably will be in Paris and he won't care. Like you telling him that story to us, that seems crazy. Your son's like, "Oh, cool, whatever."
Yeah, I think my daughter she definitely gets a much more of a kick out of it than he does.
It's interesting because when I met Big Mike, me and him and Adam went to lunch, and I was like, all right. I thought he was a nice guy. Then the next day we go and shoot, and he's like a wizard shooting insane. You and Adam were both cleaning me up. But I did better there than the other day.
Oh, yes.
At Blackhawk, I did way better than that.
Yeah.
The other day was piss poor. But I'm a bird guy now. I'm not a clay guy. That's what I told your boy. I was like, I'm not a practice guy. That was my spin zone.
I could take it.
Kind of like Allen
can work with
Iverson.
it.
I was trying to be like, dude, I'm a game guy. I don't care about shooting clays. Because that's what I had to come up with something.
For sure.
It was bad. But anyways, then you told me about his modeling stuff, and I was like, it was hard for me to process. Because I
Hard for me to process.
Oh, you got it as secondary
Yes.
news. Okay. See,
I
I
saw-
got it as primary news.
That's what.
It was, here's the YouTube video.
See, I
This
like
is the guy.
I
for the
like
brand.
how it
I
is.
said, okay, this is interesting.
So how? So
See, that throws people off if they know it right away.
That was the first thing.
I like
here's
how
the
I
video.
met him. So
Yeah.
Big Mike, you want to talk about Four Ball and Buck? What is your role? General manager or what?
No. I'm the brand manager.
The brand manager.
Yep. I do a little bit of everything, but mostly help acquire new accounts. Keep those relationships good and healthy, and work with Mark, work with Donald. Kind of a liaison between Third Bull and Ball and Buck, and
And buy turquoise as well. You're catching a little heat for that this week.
yeah, I have got a lot of heat for that. But you know what? It's all
You got
good.
something. You got a piece on right now.
I always got at
a
least
nice
one
piece.
on.
He's got a little turquoise, and I think Perry was giving you a little trouble for it.
That's right.
It's you. You're a man of. You're a Renaissance man, though. You know what I mean? He's modeling. He's shooting birds.
That's
he's
true.
shooting gators. He's shooting and then he's got the turquoise going. I think you might have.
The runway.
He might have drilled
Call
that
that the
gator with
runway
that on.
element.
I did.
Yeah, it is.
The runway element.
So that's interesting. So
It
how
throws
long-
people off. That's for sure.
dude. I'm just like you're just a large presence. You know
Keep
what I
them
mean?
guessing.
So how long have you been
important.
doing this with Ball and Buck?
Oh, 14 months or so, 15 months.
That's like when someone says my baby's 28 months. I got to do the math, dude.
Or just
14
over a
months.
year.
Yeah, that's just over a
year
year.
and change.
People say, "Oh, my baby's 32 months." You're like, just
Once the baby's a year, it's no longer in months.
that's what
Yeah.
I think.
How old is your baby?
Uh,
Months or
over a little
years?
over a year.
A little over a year.
So tell me about
1
the
to 2
inception
years.
of Ball and Buck, though. So you've been around since then. That's how I met. That's how I got into it. But the inception comes a long time ago.
It does.
So
It comes a long, long time.
take me
ago.
through that. The founder.
I will.
What's it like to be the founder?
I don't know.
It's kind of a crazy feeling.
I don't know anything else. Yeah, no, I mean, the whole brand began. I've been hunting and fishing and camping and doing outdoor stuff my whole life. The memory, I have a lot of hunting memories, but the memory that kind of sticks with the founding story is I was in the duck blind in Michigan. I would go to Michigan every year. Freezing rain, cold as shit. I'm like a young kid, 7 years old, feeling like hot shit in my brand new camo jacket, shivering. My grandfather's not shivering, in an old canvas coat. And he's like, "Why are you so cold? I thought you had that brand new jacket." I said, "Well, I don't know. How are you not so cold?" And then he kind of showed the inside of the jacket. Inside it said, 1970 when he got the jacket. And then he went on to tell kind of stories of all these experiences and trips he had gone on, wearing the jacket with his dad before he died, with his son, first hunt ever. And it was kind of this like revelation moment where it showed that if you make a product that's really high quality, it creates a canvas and can be a story of its own and kind of take on a life of its own. And so at that moment, I was like, shit, maybe new isn't always the best thing. And that seed was planted then when I was 7. Wow. Fast forward to college, was slinging T-shirts, thought of the brand Ball and Buck.
Right.
Had kind of a vision for the logo.
Where'd you come up with the name?
So the name is actually, so George Washington in the Revolutionary War told his troops to use the buck and ball method of loading their muskets, which is a buckshot, like what we're shooting here,
right,
and a musket ball. And the idea was when you combine those two, you have a multiple efforts creating a greater impact on target.
I would not want to get hit with a musket ball and a buckshot.
It would be the double down.
That's not good.
So we do a lot of made in U.S., even still. And it was kind of this revolutionary twist on an American tradition of hunting and shotgunning. And I'm bringing it back because I think it's you used to be able to purchase clothing and go into a store and talk to the shopkeeper, and he would be very knowledgeable, and he would kind of explain to you why you would invest the dollars to get the best.
Right.
It wouldn't be something where you go in and you look at the product and then you just Google it.
Right. There was a little deliberation going on between you and the person selling it.
Exactly. So I think it's really important to have that connection with the things that you buy. Because I think, people say you don't judge a book by its cover, but you do.
Well, yeah,
what you wear, what you represent.
Take it from a fashion model.
Well, exactly. I felt like we were too far off the runway. I wanted to bring it right back to runway.
Everyone, you judge a book by its cover. That's the fashion world. We have an expert right here.
We do. He was judged. He got picked.
Yeah.
The rest is history. But yeah, no, it's you got to purchase things you stand for, wear products that represent who you are. I think you could go buy 1,000 shirts and have to buy them again and again and again, or you could buy one great shirt, one great pair of pants, one great pair of boots that's going to last you, that you invest in, that the company stands behind. I mean, we do lifetime guarantee for any defects, anything like that. If you rip a pant, we can repair it. I mean, we're committed to it. Yeah. It's not like you wear a jacket, you wear it in, it gets that patina, better with age, that kind of worn in, not worn out. You get that vibe, and then you are crossing a barbed wire fence going for ducks, and you rip it, and then you call the company and they say, okay, throw it out, we'll send you a new one. Right. It's like, fuck no, I'm not getting a new one.
Yeah,
I put a lot into this jacket.
Or hypothetically, you got a brand new really cool camo shirt and your boy throws a dove at you and it's leaking everywhere and you get blood all over your brand new shirt. But that's okay because now it's a part of the story.
Now it's
and
yours.
At first, I'm like, or hypothetically, someone might be
yours.
like, hey, man, this is a brand new shirt and I have blood all over it. But now they would hypothetically think of their friend who hypothetically might have been a runway model sometime.
That's right.
And then it's actually a fond memory on the shirt.
Yeah, and then you're just thinking about being on that runway again.
Yeah. And never forget. And I agree, though, because we talked about that before. It's like all of my favorite. I had this one fishing hat. Shout out to Bud and Mary's Marina. It was a Bud and Mary's hat. In Islamorada. It fell in the water 1,000 times my whole time growing up. It's almost like how kids have like a blanket they keep from when they're like a little. My little sister still has hers. She's almost 30 now. But it's crazy because I don't know what it is about hunting and fishing, but it tends to lend itself. Because I guess there's sometimes people got their lucky hat or, you know what I mean?
I think there's some of that. I think there's a little bit of superstition and luck. I think a lot of times too, when you're hunting, when you're fishing, when you're in these environments, a lot of guys like myself, I think most of us wish we were hunting every day, shooting every day. The truth is you're not.
Right.
And so when you work hard to have the time to go do it, you don't want to be having gear fail on you.
Right.
So you want to purchase gear that's going to perform. You want to purchase gear that's going to be trustworthy, reliable. So you're not thinking about the gear when you finally get into that perfect moment. it's all about the moment.
Right.
And
you
so
have to
that
worry
kind of
about it.
equals quality, right?
Yeah.
So it's those environments that really want to have you have the best.
Yeah. I wore my pants and that same shirt that hypothetically has a lot of blood on it now. Not a lot. A good amount. A little bit. But this week I brought a million things. I brought everything that you guys gave me, and then I wore the same shirt and pants every single day.
Yeah, I brought a full bag too and wore 3
You
shirts.
can. Yeah,
Same
that's
exact
the
thing.
goal.
And
That's
it's
kind of
so
the goal.
nice, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't had that much super high quality. Like, I've had some stuff, but like, this is such high quality stuff. When I was out there walking around, I feel spoiled now. I got all, like, you know what I mean? Those shirts
Absolutely.
are nice, dude. It's got a little stretchy in the back, little air. We were giving Big Mike, we were lifting his air flap up, get him a little. The big
I like
beluga,
that.
he gets a little overheated
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's air cooled.
We gotta cool him off, dude.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Nothing wrong
That's
with
fair.
that. But
totally
yeah, it was
fair.
fun, man. All that stuff is fun to like use it in the field too. Like this whole weekend, we've been using all the stuff, and we were getting a lot of comments because me and Big Mike were matching for a while, and everyone's
I
got to
like
think
that.
they're so funny. You guys twins, but we were wearing them nonstop,
That's right.
and Big Mike didn't even shower the first 2 days,
I did not.
and his gear held up.
It stood up to that
Go all day,
personal
dude.
sacrifice.
The only complaint that we have of the clothes is that they didn't look good with your light blue flip flops so far. He was saying
Turquoise
his
flip-flops.
turquoise flip flops. He's like,
Oh.
man, I don't know what's wrong with my outfit. We're like, we think it may be the shoes. He catch a lot of heat for those turquoise
Yeah.
flip flops.
Yeah.
So maybe we need to develop something that is just to go with his shoes, so that Big Mike can wear
We could
his
do that.
favorite flip flops. Because he was like, you really were getting some wear out of those. The first
they're
day
good.
he
They're
came
great.
down. He came down in gym shorts, like pretty short gym shorts. Big Mike's a big fella, so it was like some little, in a cowboy hat and just the flip flops. And I think he set the tone from that moment. I think Adam almost spit out his coffee when he looked up and saw you. Those flip flops got a lot of burn this weekend.
It's all right.
They did, but
I'll put them back on later.
yeah, I know you're going to. So yeah, I mean, it's just been blast learning about all this stuff and using it. And I think also, even for me, I don't even know if I should say this, but at first I used to think the shirts had just a cool design. Then I realized that's for like the rifle butt.
For
I
sure.
feel like some people, like sometimes it takes a minute. You got to go out and do it, and then you kind of understand everything more.
For
But-
sure. And also, too, you mentioned while we were Duff on it. It's just something you can get so hooked to.
Oh.
You
And
can't
I'll
really
say
get
this
enough
too.
of it.
So the first day we were going up to the Dove. It's this big sunflower
Yeah.
field. And Braxton's trying to spread us out and do all. He's getting us in the right spots. And Adam goes, dude, this is we want to be together. Like, he's like, we want to get him, but it's more about hanging out with the boys and hang.
For sure.
And like, honestly, I didn't know what to expect. Just sitting there and talking shit. And then everyone came over. And then the second day, we were all sitting there, like 5 of us. These birds saw us from 100 yards away, dude. They were seeing us and peeling off. But it didn't matter, dude. We were having so much fun just sitting there.
No, it really doesn't. It
It's
really doesn't matter.
It's the best feeling in the world, dude. Just
Even
hanging
this
out.
morning, shooting one duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. But it still is a good experience in its own.
Yeah, I think
Time
that's
together.
the whole with the hunt.
Yeah.
You know, the misconception typically from a non-hunting group is hunting is about some bloodlust, killing things, dominance. It's not.
Oh.
It's all about the preparation, the community, the friendships, the stories, the shit talking, that
Dude,
is
the
it.
morning
When
at
you shoot, it's
4:45
over.
when you're all waiting to go out, it's like everyone's kind of buzzing
Yeah,
around,
yeah,
drinking
no,
coffee.
no
It's
doubt.
just so fun, man.
Also, too, you mentioned me letting you shoot first. Like, I've shot a lot of birds. And
Not
to
to
me,
brag.
it's just, well, I'm just saying, it's just as exciting for
Runway.
me
I'm on-
to
I'm in
watch
Paris,
you.
I'm shooting all the birds.
It's,
Is that
it's
what
just,
you
no, I'm
call
serious.
that?
It's
What
just
you did
as
over there,
exciting.
shooting birds?
It's just as
That's-
exciting for me to watch you shoot birds, like for the first time, as it is for me to shoot.
That's how he described taking his son hunting too. So now I know he's like got me on the
under the
11-year-old
wing
level
right
right
there.
now.
No, it's good, man.
No, I'm just
And I
kidding,
remember
but I
like when I
agree.
first started hunting, like I'll never forget the first time I upland hunted, I was with my friend's dad, and he was basically driving birds out of the woods for us.
Yeah.
And like he didn't shoot one time.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like, "I want you to shoot it. I want you to shoot it." And I just like never forgot that.
I agree. When I'm in Florida, like when I've taken my boys down there and got them on a big shark or somewhere they're excited tarpon, it gets me going way more to watch them get it because they're
sure.
like, holy you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you've seen it a million times, But getting new people into it, then it like adds to it. It's exponential because now you got more friends that are
For
doing
sure,
it.
when you were smacking doves, like the way as excited as you were.
I was getting them,
That's
Big
what I
Mike.
mean.
I got to tell you this too. Big Mike was juicing me up. Like you're getting me like confident.
Hyping.
He hypes
like
me
it.
up. He's like, good shot. Like,
Yeah.
and then I shot better.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I did. Because I know he's got my back. I'm like, all right, I'm going to smoke
Hell
these
yeah.
things. And we got him. It's so much fun, man. I feel like you said, it's interesting because so we're doing a lot of content now as well. Ball and buck stuff. We're getting everything going. This was the first of many, right? And it's like, I've done a lot of fishing stuff in the past, a lot of like nature stuff, but we haven't put out a ton of hunting stuff. We filmed the whole season at Bar, so we never put out. But it's like, I think an interesting dynamic is people that have been fans of the other type of content seeing this for the first time. Maybe they don't watch a lot of hunting shows or some sort of thing. I think people will be surprised. I was even telling O'Malley yesterday, like we were filming it, I'm like, dude, us sitting in the blind making fun of each other is more important than almost anything we're doing, because that's what it's about.
For sure.
Like we have a quarry and we're going to eat it and harvest it and do whatever. But it's more about just the experience with everyone. And like, dude, I was so sad like waking up this morning. I'm like, damn, dude, I don't want to leave, you know?
Also, too, with duck hunting, watching the sun come up.
Oh,
It puts you in the
You know,
environment.
riding out
Doesn't
there in the
happen a
dark
lot.
with the boys in the bike.
On the bike.
When the bike's
Pedaling out there.
Yeah, pedaling out on the bike with the boys. Then you get out there, it's pitch dark, and you're all kind of
wild.
tromping around. They got the decoys going, got the dog back in there, and they flying, boy. You know what I mean? They start flying, and then everyone's sitting in there, and
Yeah,
you're
hell
kind of
yeah,
loading
yeah.
up. Dude, I gotta tell you, man. I was thinking today, I'm like, when's the soonest I can do this kind of thing again? Like, I'm like trying to call my boys. I'm like, dude, we gotta go do something because it's so fun.
Yeah.
And then the lodge, like we're watching football the other day. It's like,
No, it's
I think I didn't fully admittedly, like I think I misunderstood different types of things before too, where I'd be like, man, I don't want to go shoot ducks. It's not about shooting ducks. It is, but it's not.
yeah. Well, exactly. I mean, you can have a day where you're seeing 200 ducks.
Yeah.
You can have a day when you're seeing 2 ducks.
Dude, we were crying in that
Did you
barn
have
this
a
morning.
worse day one of the day? You know,
I think
it's-
today might have been the most fun day. We saw 2 ducks.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting there, dude. It's like you forget the rest of the world exists, you know? The other thing, too, when you wake up at 4 something and you're almost like the world is so off kilter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
yeah.
by the
The
time we've been
alternative.
sitting there for 5 hours, it's like 9:30 or something. And you're like, it's like the day just started, but
Yeah,
you've been
yeah,
out
for sure.
there and like no one's on their phone. Well, sometimes.
Full day ahead of you.
The oldest guy was on his phone the most. Joe was on his phone so much, dude. This guy, well, he was selling a house, but it's funny because, like, you know, they
Yeah.
tend to make fun of our generation
Yeah.
for being on our phone all the time. My grandma's the same thing. She's addicted to the phone now. I'm like, dude, you used to yell at me for being on my phone.
I completely agree.
But it was funny this morning.
Shifted.
We're all sitting there. No one's on there. We're just
Yeah.
talking for hours, dude. When else in your life do you just sit and talk
No, it's
for
good.
3 straight hours?
You don't. Well, unless you're driving 12 hours back to
Yeah.
St. Louis, right?
Yeah, hypothetically.
Yeah.
I thought also the cast of characters we had. Darren is just a insanely fun dude to have around. It's like we just had a blast, dude.
Chucho.
Chucho, dude, he's ridiculous.
You know, he was a male model too.
Was
He
he,
was.
really?
He was.
For what?
He was
For Drury Inns.
more than
Actually?
that. Yeah, he was a child model.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the pamphlet of him with the knife and fork.
But he
smiling.
carries my pamphlet around.
You
now.
can you
I'm
can
trying
find
to think
that.
of if I've ever, because I feel like everyone at this point is gonna have some secret past that they did model.
I'm with you there.
I used to, you know what I used to
Adam's
do?
a future model.
we
Adam
have
is
all
a
of his
model.
receipts as well.
He's got that feather in his cap right now. He looks good, dude. The thing I was gonna say too, you know what? When I first started working for Barstool, people would hit me up. I used to do customer service training videos. I was an actor in those, like
Were you the angry customer or
I
the
do
happy
both.
customer? Oh,
I'll send it. But people use
you
so,
should do angry customer to
do
to
it right
Big
now.
Mike.
All right, call me. No, I would do the right way to handle things, and I do the wrong way.
do the wrong way.
Say you got bad ball and buck. This will be my customer service ball and buck tryout. So you're mad.
I'm the one that purchased the ball and buck.
Yeah, and it came, and it was. This would never happen, but something happened that it was
My
bad
ball
somehow.
and my name's Michael.
Well, I gotta.
All right.
Hi, thanks for calling Ball and Buck. This is Ben.
Hi,
How can
Ben.
I help you today?
I received my ball and buck, and it's missing a leg. One of my pants
Oh.
is missing a leg.
I'm sorry. Well, that must be really frustrating for you. Let me see what I can do. Is it Is it torn? What's wrong with it?
Yes, it's torn.
So it
Bottom
came with
half-
one leg.
Yes.
Are you sure you didn't do it or your dog
I'm
didn't do it?
positive I didn't do it.
All right, sir. Well, you're a very valuable customer, and we're very happy that you purchased it. You know what? We're going to send you another one right now, and we're going to throw in a little shirt for you as well, because we heard, are you the guy from Paris Fashion Week 2005?
No.
I think I saw you walking around the Galleria holding hands with two married couple. Was that you?
No.
Okay, well, anyway, sir, you look a lot like him. I'm sure you get that a lot. His name was Beluga Hussein. That's not you?
It is me.
Okay. All right, well, you know what? We're going to throw in 2 shirts for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's good. Thanks.
All right, see you later.
Have a
I
good
didn't
one.
feel good after that.
That's kind of what I would do, and I would have lines, though.
That's sweet.
I wouldn't just have to make it up.
You would
I was,
video and record it, and
No, it was like a set and everything.
holy shit.
It's like my grandma. Like,
yeah.
It's a whole long
So
thing.
everyone watched you.
But then they would make fun of me. So this was something when I first started working at a bar. So all the fans would send in videos and be like, dude, this guy looks like you. And I'm like, dude, that guy doesn't look like me at all. It was me.
That was a runway moment.
And everyone kept sending them in. I'm like, why do people say I look like this guy? But it was literally me. But then they're like, dude, that's not you. I'm like, it's not me. And kids, I had my friends call me. They're like, dude, that guy looks so much like you. I'm like, you really think so? And it's just me from
awesome.
2 years ago. So I guess that I'm just trying to self-dox myself before. I feel like you guys are like the CIA finding people's modeling things. Like, we're going to find out O'Malley
Yeah,
was
we
like
know.
a child actor too or something at this rate. He was an Oakley commercial, dude. Was there anyone
Right,
here
man.
that
Right,
hasn't
man.
been a model of some sort?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just you.
It's like, we're
Just
going
me.
mobile. Take the camera. Let's go. What were you in? He's like, I was in a
I mean, I feel like Ed.
I was in a
I don't
Gator
know.
commercial. I was in
I
a
feel like Ed would be someone who like played for LSU 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
It's fair.
He's a big boy. There's a lot of big boys. What's
Oh,
that guy?
yeah.
Ethan's big boy too.
Ethan.
Well
big
fed
boy.
down here.
They really do that jambalaya.
A lot of protein.
Got that gator jambalaya.
Yeah, a lot of gator.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything else. We saw a lot of wood ducks. We saw a lot of other bird life. That's the thing too. Even today, we shot
Those
one
cranes
bird,
and all that.
and we saw a
The
million
white.
birds flying
Yeah,
around.
sweet.
The roseate
I got some
spoonbills.
good video. You got some
Did you
good
get
video
wood
of that.
ducks into the spread too?
Oh, a
landing
lot.
and stuff.
That's all we saw today because we
Yeah,
can't
you
shoot them.
did.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
We had them land.
Yeah.
And just
it's
sit
sweet,
there.
isn't it? When they're
Oh, it's beautiful.
it's cool
just
because you're
like-
involved and you're seeing it and being a part of it.
You're sitting there. For people that haven't duck hunted, you're sitting there watching the sunrise with your boys. It's beautiful. This time of year is also nice too. I'm sure if it was
great.
35 and raining,
It's
it'd be a
different. It's
little
still
less.
fun. It's different, but it's
But
still
this
fun.
is heaven, dude. It's like 60
This
degrees.
is lux.
And you're sitting there, and the pink sunrise coming up. You got roseate spoonbills sifting through stuff. We're seeing hawks. We're seeing a million cranes. What did you call them? Cattle birds? Is that the same thing?
I didn't
don't
call
know.
him that.
Braxton did maybe. I don't know. All I'm saying, dude, it's a beautiful scene.
Yeah.
Seeing gators swimming around. Perry's afraid he's gonna get eaten by a gator every time. We did have some St. Louis ass guys here, so like Perry's like, dude, we're sitting on the shore, and he's like, you think there's a gator here? It's like, bro, come on.
Yes.
I'm not being mean, but it's like this gator couldn't eat Perry, dude. How big of a fucking gator is gonna eat Perry, dude? This thing's got to look like
Be
a T-Rex.
It'd have to be a big one.
People don't realize gators don't want to eat like a 12-foot gator's not gonna eat Big Mike.
This
That's a
is
lot of
true.
work.
Yes, it would.
They want to eat like a pelican or something, or like a little shorebird. That's
Agreed.
true, you know.
For sure.
So yeah,
Still don't feel very comfortable in the water, but yes.
I'm just saying. We had some. Perry was freaking out. He's you think there's gators? Then you ask Braxton the first day.
Yeah.
Think there's gators at this spot.
Yeah, there
What
are.
did he say?
We were on land. Like we're just
No.
sitting near the water, dude.
You were in the dove field
Yeah,
and the sunflowers.
yeah, we're sitting in the sunflowers. He's watching behind him,
Lifting his legs off the ground with the seat.
dude. I think also another fun thing of the dove fields, like you can see them flying. You kind of know where people are.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd hear, like we knew where Adam and Perry were sitting. We'd see them fly over them, and you hear pop, 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 and the dove's still flying. Like, I gotta admit, I'd be rooting for everyone else to miss. I thought it was hilarious.
Well, because you can see if they hit it, it
Yes.
goes down before you hear it.
Like when Joe was sitting in that field and they'd fly over him, and you know he's like on his phone, and
Oh,
then he
yeah.
looks up and he misses it. Like we were cracking up.
Yeah.
Missing sucks.
We thought he was just leaving him for us.
Yeah. But
They're
it's
trying
just
to be
fun.
nice, But
I tell you what, Big Mike, one of the best shots of anybody I know, other than maybe you and your boy, who are like magic. But Big Mike doesn't miss a lot. Yesterday, when Darren came over, we're all sitting there, and we had O'Malley's there. Like, all the boys are sitting around. And Big Mike missed a couple in a row. The full 3 shells, like, from probably, 20 yards?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's
layup.
nothing worse than missing when everyone's sitting there. Oh, my God.
Did you get a comment?
Oh,
Oh,
Darren was chirping me hard.
Darren was carving him, dude. And then the pressure's on him next. I knew
It went downhill from there.
Oh, it was a terrible day yesterday.
like the first 5 seconds
I
of this
shot like
podcast
3
when he
out.
tried to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
and his voice was wavering. That's what it was like.
Oh, man.
I shot like 3 out of 50 shells.
It was so funny. And then the best was we were
They
out.
are fast.
He
but-
was out at like 20 gauge or 12. Where were you shooting yesterday? 12? And he's like, hey, Darren, can I get some ammo? He's like, yeah. So the next bird comes by, he misses 3. He goes, God damn, no wonder you're out of ammo. He's like,
Oh, wow. You were just feeding the
it
whole
was bad.
story, weren't you?
it was
donating.
funny, dude. It was so funny, man. I think the funniest thing, and then we can wrap up because I know you guys got to drive a lot of hours. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but we're sitting at the dinner table the first night, and they're serious about dinner here too. Like, it's a full meal.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a
You're
hats
getting-
off kind of meal.
It really was a hats off meal. And we're sitting there, we say a little prayer, we got all the food. They bring it in like salad first, then this,
Yeah.
then that. It's like a fancy ass restaurant. And Seth's sitting across from me, man. He starts telling me, he's like so genuine and honest. He's like, man, I was getting peppered so much today, right? And I'm looking, Big Mike is sitting right here. I'm looking at Seth, he's across me. And Big Mike's looking at me. I'm looking at him. He's so honest, straight in the face. Like, he's like, man, I just was getting lit up today. I'm getting peppered. And Big Mike started almost like crying, trying not to laugh. And he's looking at me, and I'm trying to keep a straight face. And Mike goes, I don't know how that happened. Like, he's like, that's crazy. And I'm like, the whole time I was thinking back when Big Mike's, he's like, yeah, man, just send it, man. Just let it fly.
I know exactly where he was sitting.
Yeah, and he's like, you won't hit anybody. And I'm like, damn, I mean, it feels like those people are right there. And he's telling me.
I've got to be hitting them.
He's like, man, it was hitting all around me today.
It's frowned upon.
I'm just saying it was funny, dude. I don't know. There's a lot of shit. I'm trying to think of what else, but man, what a 3-4 days. I'm sad. I'm gonna be having withdrawals when I go back tonight, and I'm like missing the boys. You know, it's
For
like
sure.
It's something about the lodge, about everything. I feel like that's the biggest part of like. I would almost come do this and not even like if we didn't even have a season, just everyone come here and hang out for 3 or 4 days.
When you're somewhere like this, you feel like you can like actually let go.
Yeah,
You know.
you're in a different world.
Yeah.
Like we're in the
It's
middle
true.
of nowhere.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
leave the U.S. and you enter the lodge,
Yeah.
duck camp, if
And
you
nothing
will.
matters but this. Dude, I left my wallet in the thing the first day, and I've sat here for 4 days just like, you're just off the grid. I didn't even
sure.
check my phone half the time, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's amazing. So we got a lot more adventures ahead, but man, this was not a bad first one, man. I think we really
No, it was great.
nailed this one. I think we should have done next time. I think we should do the podcast like every night at the end of the day. That would be fun. Just
Little
have a
end of
few
day
drinks and
recap.
sit there. It's like, dude, but we got it done.
For sure.
And also, I think one last thing too, to me, it's hard because capturing the authentic stuff, like if you were filming all the time, you couldn't really get it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like-
mutually exclusive.
Like exactly, like if we did the podcast every night, it wouldn't be like we'd be
It
having
had to
those.
be a short, just kind
Yeah.
of what would.
But it's hard to describe. Like you
Yeah.
want to capture it somehow, but it's really hard
no,
to.
that's a
you
good
know?
point.
It's funny, but we did get some beautiful footage
Hell
that'll
yeah.
be coming out too. No, Mally was, dude, he showed me some of the stuff. I was
Hell
like
yeah.
salivating. Not just because I was looking at Big Mike. I was just like salivating off. It was just a beautiful footage. And we had Joe in there yesterday. That was funny, dude.
He's
That
a
was-
wild dude.
He's a wild
Did he
dude.
tell some stories?
Oh my. I don't even think we can say him on the podcast.
Yeah, you definitely can't.
We had some footage. We had to nuke too. Like we actually left the camera on and we're like, dude, we got to delete all this, dude. Because when you're in the blind talking, that might be the worst stuff that could ever come out.
That is true.
But you know what we were thinking too? O'Malley was saying, he's like, we should have brought the mics out and done a podcast in the blind.
Well, that'd be cool.
That would be cool, dude. Because then when you shoot, it's not like, I mean, that happens what? A combined minute and a half
Yeah,
out of 5
that's
hours or
right.
something?
That's right.
Be kind of a good podcast idea.
For sure.
I like that.
We'll do it next time.
Blind-
Or the Dove Field. It's a little drier.
Blind chats.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. We got to do it again soon. So I don't know. I don't know what our next adventure is. I'm trying to get Big Mike to come down to Florida. What do you think about that?
Gig 'em, hook 'em. I like it.
I'll come.
You want to come? We got to
Sure,
get all the
let's do
boys
it.
down there. I want you on my turf because when I'm out there missing all these clays and stuff, I'm trying to
You
put.
want to have some miss opportunities
Yes.
where you can kind of.
I want to
say-
be the big dog.
aim to the left.
Yes, that's what I'm saying because like there's a
That's
lot
how
of.
that levels out is gonna be.
I'm telling you, let's do it. We can get iguanas. Also, we'll get down there with Cowboy. Bro, he's your type of guy. You guys will like him.
Sweet.
I'd like to see you guys put some shots on iguanas and stuff too, because that's like you're in the airboat, you're moving.
Yeah,
Like
I
imagine
like
trying
that.
to hit that buck's eye from maybe like 20 more
Yeah.
feet back, and the boat's kind of like
Moving.
moving slightly, and you're looking through the scope.
That's
like
sweet.
it's a hard shot.
Yeah, no doubt.
But it's low risk. Like you're using the air gun. It's like if you miss, like you're like one thing I think with the
no,
ducks
no
and stuff-
peppering.
no peppering, frowned upon.
Very frowned.
Don't do that down there. I'm afraid to take Big Mike deer hunting or something. They peppered me and kill me, bro.
Yeah.
Big Mike's like, dude, I was just waking you up a little bit. I also think people were saying, like, I was like, how bad was I think my idea of what it would do to you is way worse than it was. I'm like, I thought
It's only
you
if it's heavier, that heavier
Yeah.
shot, it can cut you. But if it's you're shooting 7.5s or 8s
from
or
from
9s,
across the field, like you're not going to
It
get
feels
hurt.
like it sounds like rain.
See, I didn't know that. I thought in my mind, when you grow up, you get shot with a shotgun, it's going to be really bad. This is birdshot.
Yeah. And
Well,
and
it depends
it's
on where
kinda
you are.
arcing.
So then we shot a sun. We were a little bored. That's the other thing too. Big Mike limited out on dragonflies the first day too. Sometimes you just gotta let it round
the
off.
mating flies.
But then he's like, man, I'm gonna just shoot that sunflower. And it was probably from me to that wall. Dude, he chopped this thing.
Yeah.
Boom, the thing exploded. I go, dude, what are you talking about? That would fuck you up.
That would.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on where you are.
Yeah, any
Definitely don't want to get
100 yard out.
Yeah,
but
100
you're
yards.
fine. Pepper.
We won't be also fishing. Peppering's frowned upon with hooks and stuff. That doesn't go well.
That's true.
So we got to keep that to a minimum.
You just let me know when.
Spearfishing, O'Malley frowned upon. Doing the peppering,
Yeah, you don't want to accidentally.
that's
spear.
bad. So Big Mike, no more. When we're in Florida, we're off limits peppering.
I got it.
Okay, let's just say that, and then
shots only.
intentional shots only,
No secondhand shooting.
I got it.
hypothetically. So yeah, we'll get that going next. They got hogs, they got iguanas. We get some pythons. You're not a snake guy, are you?
Nope.
I'd shoot one.
Not really a Florida guy.
Pythons, you got to go hands on.
Oh, you
It's
chop
tough.
them, machete.
You got to grab them.
Oh, you just grab them.
You got to grab them.
I don't know.
They're
about
not
grabbing
venomous,
them.
dude. They ain't gonna mess you up.
Oof, they can still bite you.
Oh yeah, I got scars on my arm, but I'm fine. I'm fine.
I don't know, bro.
Are you gonna grab one?
I don't know what.
Should we
to
do
say.
Should we get a little wager going on
I
him
would-
grabbing one?
I think we should do me.
If you put some money on it, I'm grabbing it.
me, how many shells I can hit versus how many pythons he could grab. Like that would be like we need to weight it somehow, like a triathlon.
Definitely grabbing more
And I'll
pythons
put
than how many
$1,000
clays
bucks
you
on.
hit,
I'll
dude.
put $1,000 on this.
We tried to get what's his name to eat that raw chicken. It was sitting out for 3
Ooh.
days. So this was the thing. He goes, Robin goes, would you eat that for $50,000? And I was like, yes. Like for $50K, I would eat the raw chicken right now. Well, this is Ed's recipe. I don't know if he said on camera. He leaves it out raw chicken for 3 days
for gator, right?
for gator bait. He leaves it out for 3
gets
days.
it getting all
lets it rot.
nasty.
Then he puts it in the freezer. Then he puts it in French fry oil for 2 more days, and then he puts it on the hook.
Wow.
Next thing you know, he's like, "Would you eat that for $50K?" I'm like, "Yeah, probably.
Perhaps.
$50K that's a check. You know, like what do you get sick for a week eating that?" This guy Ethan comes over and goes, "Shit, I'd do it for $1,000." I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
that's
like, he just undercut me by
yeah,
50K.
that's a bad bargain. So, anyways, we got a Big Mike's got to get on the road. He's
You
got
let
some,
me know.
We're going though.
You let me know.
Well, thank you for having me as well. This was an unbelievable last 3-4 days. I'm gonna remember this for a long time, and we got to get more going soon,
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Appreciate you
loved it.
coming down.
dude.
Getting
We will do it
getting
again.
in the field.
I may not leave. They tried to tell me before.
She said you
Yeah,
can
she
stay.
did
She
say.
said you can stay as long as you want.
She
Yeah,
did
she
say
did.
that, and
Yes,
it
she
might
did.
be on recording. Thank you very much. The turquoise. Oh, look, get that. There you go. You got it up there. We actually got some targeted ads on the Ball and Buck Instagram the other day for bracelets. So you tell me where that came from.
Someone's scrolling.
And guess what? I don't even want to say this, but it was
Doom
targeted
scrolling.
ads for these kind of weird bracelets, and they were customized. Said hope on them.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Were
You
they?
tell me if that's real or not.
What's your last name?
You tell me.
Hope.
That's
Enough said.
So anyways, that's a wrap from Honey Break Lodge. We'll do another one here soon.
Do it.
Let's go.
Sweet.